So then what do you do with the Catholics if you find out someone is Catholic and not? So have you found like that certain religions tend to be more right-wing?
Not a huge expert on religion, but Protestants in this area probably are this way. If you're Catholic, it's okay.
That's interesting. No more Catholics for him, huh? Courtesy of Project Veritas, they do great work. Joining me now, my friend Kira Davis, editor-at-large, Red State, and running for school board in Orange County. Kira, I'm not a Catholic myself, but I would never occur to me to be biased against them or prejudiced against them. What do you think that guy in particular what do you think his problem is with Catholics?
I mean, he obviously has some personal issues, and the progressives like to let their personal issues dictate their professional issues. But, Catholic, Protestant, whatever, there is sort of this war on faith as housed on the left. It's projected to us as kind of a war on misinformation or a war on right-wingers, but really it's a war on faith. And here's the thing. Faith is literally the most normal thing in the world, let alone America. Being a Catholic is actually very normal. Being a Christian, a Protestant, is actually extremely normal, if you can use those two words together. It's very normal. Christianity is the major religion of our world. So these people are the ones that are on the fringes, not us, and certainly not the Catholics. And it's not that we're the problem, they're the problem. They want to occupy the fringes and call that normality, and it's not. It's normal to believe in God. Normal, regular people, almost every person in the world believes in God.
Kira, why did we ever think that school could be absent of any religion at all? It's a mistake that was made long before you or I were ever involved in all this stuff, but it just seems so painfully naive. I know hindsight's 2020. Well, let's get rid of those pesky 10 commandments. Who believes in thou shalt not steal anyway, right? Let's dump all this. Let's dump prayer before class. Let's dump all this. And we actually believed there could just be some vacuum where there was no religion at all. What kind of fairy tale is that?
That's the boomer fairy tale. The baby boomers gave us that. I mean, my parents' generation, I was raised in an atheist home, and I was raised to sort of believe that we could be above faith. Now, of course, when I discovered faith, what I realized is that I can't be above anything. I am below. I am lowest to the ground, and I need a savior to lift me up. And that was my experience. But their generation were people who were rejecting their parents' values. They felt like their parents' values were the problem. That was the problem. And if we just got rid of those, we'd have this utopia. But it's an idea as old as time. I mean, even from the first moments in Genesis, where Adam and Eve felt, okay, well, we don't need God to do this thing that we want to do or to know this thing we want to know. And philosophy and arts, I mean, all throughout history, we have seen people destroy the very foundations of civil society, which I do believe are Judeo-Christian values, in the name of being above all that. But yeah, you get rid of God in the schools, and then we have all this utter and complete chaos. It's not a coincidence, and the utopianists would like us to believe that it is a coincidence, but it is absolutely not. These concepts are fundamentally related, and I think that's why you've seen many, many, many parents pull their kids out of public schools, many more than usual over the last 2 years, to find some sort of education that reflects their values. You know what? The socialists and the Marxists, they were smart. They got it. They got into our schools early. And they knew if they start early that we would have really a lot of trouble untangling our kids from that mess when they got older. And they were absolutely right. It took them 75 years to get here. I hope it doesn't take us 75 years to dig out, but it will take a concerted effort and a real battlefront that people are willing to stand up and fight for.
That's true.
Don't miss Jesse Kelly Breaks History, Che Guevara, the latest episode of a new series available now exclusively for First TV supporters. Visit the First TV app or thefirsttv.com to subscribe and start watching today.